Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Wait, what? Are we seriously even having this conversation? Is this just another circus act? Or is there actually something more to it? A deeper meaning for the sport we love? Let's talk about what this outlandish prospect truly means for AJ, for Jake, and for the very fabric of boxing itself. So, the whispers are getting louder, turning into a roar almost. Talk of Anthony Joshua potentially stepping into the ring with none other than the controversial YouTuber turned boxer, Jake Paul. On the surface, it sounds utterly absurd, doesn't it? A former unified heavyweight champion, an Olympic gold medalist, taking on a fella who only went pro in 2020 and built his name making viral videos. It feels like something out of a parallel universe, but here we are, in 2025, and with boxing as it is, anything seems possible, doesn't it? The lines between genuine sports, pure entertainment, and outright spectacle are more blurred than ever before. We've seen it time and time again. Jake's already shared the ring with Tommy Fury and Nate Diaz, testing himself against different styles. And whilst he's certainly not a world beater, and no one's mistaking him for a seasoned professional just yet, you simply can't deny he's taken boxing seriously. He's dedicated himself to the training, to the discipline. He's not just dabbling, he's committed. That's why these rumors, however far-fetched, hold a bizarre sort of weight. Now, let's be honest. If this fight is even being properly entertained by AJ's camp, it certainly raises a few significant eyebrows about where AJ's career actually is right now. Once the golden boy of British boxing, a unifying force, a colossus in the heavyweight division, AJ's recent form has been, well, a bit of a mixed bag. Those back-to-back losses to Alexander Usyk, the doubts over his motivation after reaching the pinnacle, and now this. It begs the question, what's the endgame here? Is this just a last-ditch cash grab? A cynical move to secure a massive payday before he hangs up the gloves? Perhaps a Mayweather-style legacy exit, where the focus is more on the spectacle than the sport? Or could it actually be a shrewd strategic move, a way to stay relevant, to make a quick buck, and crucially, to keep his name firmly in the headlines, while the heavyweight division continues its frustrating game of musical chairs, with the likes of Fury, Usyk, and Dubois all vying for supremacy? Perhaps AJ sees this as a way to maintain his commercial appeal, without risking another devastating loss against a top-tier contender. Some fans will definitely see it as a significant step down. A world-class athlete, a former champion, indulging in what they'd call a complete sideshow. It diminishes his standing in their eyes. Others, though, might argue that in the modern boxing landscape, it could be one of the smartest financial and brand-building moves he's ever made, appealing to a whole new demographic. Say what you want about Jake Paul, and believe me, plenty of people do, but the bloke genuinely puts bums on seats. He's a proven draw, and, credit where credit's due, he has improved massively since his earliest outings. He's training like a proper pro, dedicating himself to the craft, and he's actually beating real fighters, even if they're not exactly world-class operators with championship pedigrees. He's definitely not just a YouTuber playing dress-up anymore. He's a legitimate figure in the boxing conversation, whether purists like it or not. But here's the thing, and it's a big thing. There are levels to this game, and AJ, even a past his prime AJ, if that's how you view him, is several leagues, several stratospheres, above anything Jake has ever faced. He's got the power, the technique, the experience, the sheer physical presence. If Jake genuinely wants this fight, and isn't just using it for publicity, then what is it? Is it pure, unadulterated confidence in his own abilities? Is it a touch of delusion about his current standing? Or is it just brilliant, audacious marketing from his team? Knowing the sheer attention such a bout would generate, if he even manages to survive a few rounds with someone like Joshua, let alone make it competitive, do we seriously have to fundamentally rewrite how we judge him as a fighter? Does it force us to concede that he's more than just a novelty act? that he's actually a force to be reckoned with in some capacity. Now let's talk about the broader picture, legacy and overall impact. Is this fight, this crossover spectacle, actually good for the sport of boxing as a whole? On one hand, you can't deny its pulling power. It's pulling in new fans, a demographic that traditional boxing has struggled to reach. Younger audiences, casual viewers, people who might never watch a conventional boxing card featuring to seasoned pros. It generates headlines, social media buzz, and gets people talking about boxing. Even if it's in a way that makes some uncomfortable, it's a gateway for some. On the other hand, the purists are absolutely tearing their hair out. For them, this isn't boxing at all. It's pure pantomime, a mockery of the noble art, a betrayal of its integrity and tradition. They see it as cheapening the sport. But let's not pretend boxing hasn't had its fair share of freak shows throughout history. It's nothing new. Muhammad Ali fought a wrestler, for crying out loud. In a bizarre exhibition, Floyd Mayweather came out of retirement to box Logan Paul. Another YouTuber, Tyson Fury, nearly boxed an MMA fighter in a cage, which was essentially a glorified exhibition. This, I'm afraid, is simply what modern prize fighting looks like. It's evolved beyond just championship bouts. The real, pressing question we need to ask ourselves is, does it open the door for genuinely better, more competitive fights down the line, drawing in new eyes that might then stick around for the real stuff? Or does it just distract us from them, focusing attention and money on celebrity bouts, rather than compelling matchups between elite athletes? So, is this fight truly real? Is AJ really past it, contemplating this for his next move? Is Jake Paul now a legitimate fighter who deserves to share a ring with the likes of Joshua? And is this whole circus, with all its fanfare and controversy, actually doing any good for boxing? Or is it merely a symptom of a deeper problem? Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's a divisive topic. Would you actually watch it? Would you genuinely pay your hard-earned money for it? Or are you completely over this entire crossover era, longing for a return to traditional, purist boxing? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next big twist, the next rumor, the next bizarre announcement in this ever crazier world of boxing. Cheers for watching.